It's Mom and Pop Video Shop.
So hard to be cool. Welcome back to the Mom and Pop Video Shop. I'm Tyson. This is Joel.
Oh, I'm Joel.
Right?
Yep, I am. Still.
It's Friday night. Bowling's greasy.
It always is.
Your girlfriend, your dominoes.
Grease it up like a pig.
In the last video, your Coke was all cooling down and your 19.
And Joel got into it while you went into the store.
Clearly. So you rushed in. You're looking
Yes.
for something to rent.
Yes.
It's date night.
Yes.
And being the effed up, twisted individuals we are,
Yep.
I'm going to recommend one from 2001 for you to watch with your girlfriend.
Frailty. Like every time you say 2001, I want to say
great
Frailty.
one, man.
Oh, God,
Frailty's so
Frailty's
good. Have we covered Frailty yet?
You better not cover it.
Oh, it's like, you better not cover usual says. Oh, we'll see.
Did you that's it. Did you ask me not to cover that?
Probably.
Oh,
But whatever.
geez, I'm
No, I'm
such
glad
an
you
ass.
did, though. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm anxious to see. I assume you've seen this one. It is technically based on a true story. It is a period piece, even though it came out in 2001.
It's a horror movie?
Yes.
2001 horror movie period piece. Holy crap.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, I know this. You say it?
Yeah.
From Hell.
From Hell.
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen From Hell. I
You're
don't know why. It's a
you're-
Jack the Ripper one,
You're
right?
shit- Yes.
And the
it is
Hughes Brothers, right?
It
Who
is
did
the Hughes
Menace to
Brothers.
Society, which is
Yes.
a great movie. I've never seen it. I got no excuse either. This is my sleeping with the enemy.
Wow.
This
Johnny Depp, Heather Grant,
Yep.
Ian Holm.
Yep. And I like the Hughes Brothers. I don't
Robbie
know.
Coltrane.
Yep. Yep.
No
No reason, man. It was a graphic novel first, right?
Yes. Have you ever
I've looked through
browsed
it.
through?
I've looked through it.
that?
Pretty
Yes.
jacked up.
Dude, it is. And it goes so more in depth. So let me read from the back.
Okay.
But we got to talk about the graphic novel in a minute, too. Brilliant, 2 thumbs up, according to Ebert and Roper.
Wow.
So how about that? While Jack the Ripper ruled the streets of London, terror reigned. His crimes were unspeakable. His bloodlust unquenchable. His identity unknown.
What?
Until now. Johnny Depp and Heather Graham are riveting in this engrossing, stylish thriller, according to People magazine, directed by the Hughes Brothers, who did Dead Presidents and
Dead
Menace to Society.
Yeah, man, dude, I remember seeing, not to derail you, Menace to Society, I remember Boys in the Hood, fantastic film. Menace to Society, for some reason, I remember almost, it wasn't a horror movie, but like there was something about it. This is the subject matter, but yeah, go ahead, continue.
At any rate, though, according to the Washington Post, From Hell grips tighter than a chokehold and cuts as deep as a knife.
Let's see what they did there.
About that.
Yeah.
But that's really it. They don't give you much on the plot. But essentially what you got is Johnny Depp playing Detective Aberline, who, if I'm not mistaken, was based on a real detective with Scotland Yard.
Okay.
So Johnny Depp is the detective that gets called in to investigate all the Ripper murders. And much like a lot of films like this that have to do with serial killers and detectives that become obsessed with solving the crimes, he deals with his own demons and absinthe and opium were very popular at the time, so you can kind of put 2 and 2
Not cocaine.
together. Not cocaine, no, but definitely
Wasn't
absinthe.
snuff? Wasn't snuff basically cocaine? Like where they would do the...
Yeah, achoo. The snuff box, yeah.
Yeah, is that what that was?
I don't know. Was it cocaine? I don't know, man.
What else are you going to be inhaling up your damn nose?
I didn't mess around.
I don't
with
do
that shit.
literally. I do nothing. I'm the most boring person in the world. But I'm just saying.
I
always assumed it was
all the time.
Is Heather Graham a prostitute in this?
She plays literally Mary Kelly, like the most famous of the Ripper prostitutes.
Okay.
But it deviates from the story. And we talked about the graphic novel.
Yeah.
So what this does is it doesn't officially, unequivocally reveal the identity of Jack the Ripper, but it is a theory that's founded on a lot of actual evidence.
Now, based on what we theoretically know now, where they claim they may have some kind of DNA connection to one of the guys, is that who they claim it is? Do you remember?
I think no.
No?
No.
Okay.
But it is some. I've seen other documentaries, like
I'm still trying to figure out how the hell they could have DNA evidence from that far ago. When they'll say like, "Oh, this crime from 20 years ago,"
Yeah,
the
they don't,
DNA.
exactly.
It's like, really,
So,
bro?
Giant,
Really?
giant grain of salt. At any
Yeah.
rate, though, the premise that they present in From Hell is extremely interesting.
Yeah.
It's and I think that you
need to see
get
this.
a little bit of like the Freemason side of it in the movie. But that's the thing, because I've read the graphic novel, which was written by
It's not like Frank Miller or something.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's just so bad, man.
My
comic book nerds are
my
gonna-
comic book knowledge is Alan Moore.
Comic book nerds are going
Frank
to
Miller?
hate me for.
Yeah, they should. All of you should hate him.
Damn it. Anyway, it's famous. But anyway, it goes way in depth with like the Freemason elements and connections to
So they think Jack the Ripper was connected to that?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of
The
stuff.
elites were covering it up then.
No, I mean seriously, like that's the whole. I mean, not to give too much away, but that's kind of the whole,
Okay.
the
All
whole
right,
point.
cool.
But graphic as hell, obviously, and if
So you're saying watch this with your family?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, any of you that have seen the old black and white photographs of murder scenes, they get that across in this movie. But again, it's more. It takes one potential theory as to who it was, and kind of uses that as the plot. But it's really more about Johnny Depp as Aberline and his obsession. And
I love Depp. I love Heather Graham. I love all of that.
A little bit. It's been a minute since I've seen it too. I think the very ending is kind of one of those alternate reality, like Tarantino.
I was going to say, when you said her, because I think if you're going to say Heather Graham in this era, there's no way she's dead in the first, unless you're pulling like a Janet Leigh or a Drew Barrymore. So if that's the case, the way you reacted, I was going to ask you, is it more like an Inglourious Basterds, where a little bit of revisionist,
a little bit,
or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or something?
Yeah, a little bit. But I think you could totally get away with that because of the subject
it's a story. It's make believe, even if it's based on truth.
Nobody knows for sure.
Nobody
who he is. Nobody knows the identity.
It's sort of like, I think it was Lynch that said, there's nothing sadder, or some variation of this, there's nothing sadder than like a mystery solved.
Yeah, true.
Like there's something about like once you have the definitive answer, it's
not
like,
that we're condoning serial murder.
But if you're gonna, then make it a mystery.
That's the thing. It's talk about a fascinating. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get any better than Jack the Ripper when it comes to that. I mean, it was horrible.
Zodiac.
Graphic.
Zodiac might be the only other one where you're like, holy crap.
But even that,
because what it is, his was impersonal. His was from a distance. You shooting. That is,
and they get into
horrific.
Yes, and they get into that, and the specifically what happened and what was taken, and the letters and the this, that, and the other, and I mentioned Absinthe and the Green Fairy and how they worked that in, and it gets a little bit artsy with some of that too, but in a cool, good. They do cool things with color, obviously reds and greens, and you know what I mean. So
I really need to see this.
2001. So this was pre Captain Jack and all this stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't think when did Pirates start? Like 2003.
And I think this was pre. What year? You know what?
Boogie Nights is 90s.
This was a little bit after
Boogie Nights was like 97.
Sleepy Hollow, though, right? So he had kind of already played the British sort of.
Because I think Sleepy Hollow was 99.
I think you're right. Yeah, 99.
Yeah.
So
again, you're saying a video store in 1992.
That's the era of Johnny Depp that you get with this, where he's playing those British.
But for those that get annoyed if we aren't like accurate with the years or what, hey, guess what? Before you had these stupid devices, you had to just pull it out of your freaking brain pan. Plus, one of us is old. So anyway. So, all that to be said, how many tapes is it?
So From Hell, I'm gonna go.
Oh man, you better do this right, man. You better.
Man,
instinctively,
movie. I say 4, maybe 3.
Like remember, this is less about the quality of the movie, and more like, would you have been willing to pay extra for it?
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay, so like you watch it through the weekend. Maybe you go out and reviewing it.
Had I not read the graphic novel, I would immediately say 4. But there's so much more to be had.
I gotcha.
In that.
So it's like somebody like me who probably is going to take the time to read the graphic novel. We'll probably give it like a 3 to 4.
Yeah, I would say probably.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to see this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to see this.
All right,
check it out. Cool, man. All that being said, then. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe. We love you all. Subscribers or not, quite frankly, but definitely subscribers. Well, except for the trolls. I mean, but you're you, so hey. What? I get like the one troll. It's like all of a sudden, like, except for the trolls. You know what? I love you too.
You know what? Yeah. You're a big man.
Thank you. That being the case,
I think you can go yourself.
One of us is trying to find a place of inner peace.
You trolls.
All of that being said, check out phantomfoundrywax.com. And
I need to do it. Oh, I need to do a Ripper.
Oh, you should do it just smells like copper.
Yeah.
And
prostitutes.
And the 1800s.
Syphilis.
Oh, God. Copper and crotch rot coming at you. So that being said, stop by again.
Yeah.
After this, I'm sure you'll be. All of a sudden, our numbers just go.
Right, idiots. Remember, at Mom and Pop Video Shop, not only does our love of wickedly inappropriate humor
Yes.
never stopped,
Yes.
but also our love of
License to Drive.
never stops with Heather Graham.
Yeah, I probably have used that one before too. I don't care. I love License to Drive.
Mom and Pops